Matthew chapter 26, and I will read for you verses 30 up to 75. So, sundan po lamang ninyo habang babasahin ko po, ano? Matthew 26, chapter 26, verses 30 to 75. This is right after the Lord's Supper. At ang Panginoon po pupunta ng hardin para manalangin sa Gethsemane. Siya ay aarestuhin, ihaharap kay Caiaphas. Yan. Pero ang topic po natin ngayon is Peter, tungkol kay Pedro. And the title of our message is, The Spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Yan. At gagamitin po natin yung isang bahagi ng kasaysayan ng buhay ni Pedro nung aarestuhin ng Panginoon as our illustration of the truth. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Chapter 26 of Matthew, verse 30, And when they had sung an hymn, they went out into the Mount of Olives. Then saith Jesus unto them, All ye shall be offended because of me this night. For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad. But after I am risen again, I will go before you into Galilee. Peter answered and said unto him, Though all men shall be offended because of thee, yet will I never be offended. Jesus said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, that this night, before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. Peter said unto him, Though I should die with thee, yet I will not deny thee. Likewise also said all the disciples. Then cometh Jesus with them unto a place called Gethsemane, and saith unto the disciples, Sit ye here, while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. Then saith he unto them, My soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry here, and watch with me. And he went a little further, and fell on his face, and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. And he cometh unto the disciples, and findeth them asleep, and saith unto Peter, What? Could ye not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray, that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. He went away again the second time, and prayed, saying, O my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, thy will be done. And he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. And he left them and went away again, and prayed the third time, saying the same words. Then cometh he to his disciples, and saith unto them, Sleep on now, and take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us be going. Behold, he is at hand, that doth betray me. And while he yet spake, lo, Judas, one of the 12, came, and with him a great multitude with swords and staves from the chief priests and elders of the people. Now he that betrayed him gave them a sign, saying, Whomsoever I shall kiss, that same is he, hold him fast. And forthwith he came to Jesus, and said, Hail, Master, and kissed him. And Jesus said unto him, Friend, wherefore art thou come? Then came they, and laid hands on Jesus, and took him. And behold, one of them which were with Jesus stretched out his hand, and drew his sword, and struck a servant of the high priests, and smote off his ear. Sino itong bumunot ng tabak? Si Pedro. Siya yung bumunot ng tabak dito na tinutukoy. Then said Jesus unto him, Put up again thy sword into his place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels? But how then shall the scriptures be fulfilled, that thus it must be? In that same hour said Jesus to the multitudes, Are ye come out as against a thief with swords and staves to take me? I sat daily with you teaching in the temple, and you laid no hold on me. But all this was done that the scriptures of the prophets might be fulfilled. Then all the disciples forsook him and fled, and they that had laid hold on Jesus led him away to Caiaphas the high priest, where the scribes and the elders were assembled. But Peter followed him afar off unto the high priest's palace, and went in and sat with the servants to see the end. Now the chief priests and elders and all the council sought false witness against Jesus to put him to death, but found none. Yea, though many false witnesses came, yet found they none. At the last came 2 false witnesses, and said, This fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of God and to build it in 3 days. And the high priest arose and said unto him, Answerest thou nothing? What is it which this witness against thee? But Jesus held his peace, and the high priest answered and said unto him, I adjure thee by the living God, that thou tell us whether thou be the Christ, the Son of God. Jesus said unto him, Thou hast said. Nevertheless, I say unto you, hereafter shall ye see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power, coming in the great clouds of heaven. Then the high priest rent his clothes, saying, He hath spoken blasphemy. What further need have we of witnesses? Behold, now ye have heard his blasphemy. Bakit? He called God his Father. Siya yung Son, the Son of Man. Sabi niya, you shall see the Son of Man. Actually, he's referring to himself as the Son of God as well. Ano? So he makes himself equal with the Father. Kaya sabi ng high priest, nakakommit ang Panginoon ng blasphemy. Because they understood that when you use the title Son, Son of God, that means you equate yourself with God. Verse 66. What think ye? They answered and said, He is guilty of death. Then did they spit in his face and buffeted him, and others smote him with the palms of their hands, saying, Prophesy unto us, thou Christ, who is he that smote thee? Now Peter sat without in the palace, and a damsel came unto him, saying, Thou also wast with Jesus of Galilee. But he denied before them all, saying, I know not what thou sayest. And when he was gone out into the porch, another maid saw him, and said unto them that were there, This fellow also was also with Jesus of Nazareth. And again he denied with an oath, I do not know the man. And after a while came unto him they that stood by, and said to Peter, Surely thou art also one of them, for thy speech bewrayeth thee. Yung punto mo, yan, bewrayeth thee. Binibitray ka ng punto mo, taga-Galilee ka. Then began he to curse and to swear, saying, I know not the man. And immediately the cock crew. And Peter remembered the word of Jesus, which said unto him, Before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. And he went out and wept bitterly. Yan. So, ano na nga lang yan. So, you know the story, no? Familiar po tayo sa story na sila po'y nasa garden, ano? At sabi ng Panginoon, all of you will be offended because of me, the Lord. So the Lord really was determined to die on the cross. Ano? Hindi na yan mapipigilan. Pero sabi ni Peter, Lord, I will die with you. Yan, so yan ang story. Pero sabi ng Panginoon, Peter, ito ang katotohanan. Bago tumilawak ang manok, mamaya, 3 ulit mo akong ipagkakaila. Yan. So, in this passage or in this story, ano po ang claim? Ano yung claim ni Peter? That he is more tenacious. Baga, parang mas matatag siya kaysa sa ibang mga disciples. Sabi niya, kahit sila, magkakalilakan nila, ako, hindi. No? Kita niyo yung no? yung statement na yon. So parang pinapakita dyan ni Peter na mas siya, superior when it comes to character or strength or attribute. Kumpara sa ibang mga apostles, mas angat siya. Kumbaga, mas matatag, mas magsasacrifice siya sa Panginoon kaysa sa iba. Sabi niya, even if the others will deny thee, sabi niya, ako, I will die with you. So, in his dedication to Christ, ang kanyang sinasabi is that he is more tenacious or stronger than the other apostles. Though all others deny thee, sabi niya, I will never deny thee. Pero ano po ang sinabi sa kanya ng Panginoon? Dineclare sa kanya ng Panginoon ang kanyang kahinaan. Dahil sabi ng Panginoon sa kanya, Pedro, sa katunayan, bago titilawak ang manok, mamaya, sabi niya, 3 ulit mo akong ipagkakaila. Okay? And then later that same night, ni-remind siya ng Panginoon na mag-pray, watch and pray. Would somebody please read also Mark 14 verse 38? Pakibasa rin yung Mark 14 verse 38. So on that same night, ni-remind sila ng Panginoon na especially Peter, sabi sa kanya, you need to pray. Be vigilant, be watchful, and pray. Pakibasa nga, Mark 14:38.
Watch ye and pray, lest ye enter into temptation. The spirit truly is ready, but the flesh is weak.
Yan. So ano pong nire-remind sa atin ng Panginoon, na in every situation, or moment by moment, we need to be watchful or be careful at samahan niya ng panalangin. Dahil hindi naman kinu-question ng Panginoon ang karakter ni Peter. Hindi rin kinu-question ng Panginoon yung desire ni Peter, yung courage ni Peter. Pero ano lang ba ang problem ni Peter? Actually, ang Panginoon, hindi naman dinenay na andun talaga yung desire, yung intent, good intent ni Peter eh. Actually, there's no problem with Peter's character, of the strength of his character, the strength of his attribute. Bakit? Pinatunayan nga ni Peter yan eh. Di ba? Paano napatunayan ni Peter? That he will really die for the Lord. He died a martyr's death. Di ba? Namatay din naman si Pedro ng martir na kamatayan. Di ba? Nung ipinako siya sa krus, ano pa ni-request niya? Huwag niyo ako ipako na katulad ng aking Panginoon. I am not worthy. Ang gawin niyo sa akin, ipako niyo ako ng baligtad. Rin yan. So there is no question about Peter's courage, his good desire or intent na talagang pagsilbihan ng Panginoon, neither on the strength of his character. Ang problema kay Peter, mga kapatid, is the weakness of the flesh. Kagaya rin natin na hindi mako-question na talagang gusto natin. Meron tayong desire to serve God, to be faithful, maging zealous, andun sa atin yung desire. Hindi naman mako-question yan eh. Totoo na meron tayong desire, pagmamahal sa Panginoon. Pero ang problema nating lahat, hindi lamang si Pedro, ay yung kahinaan ng laman. Kaya nga, ang reminder dito kay Pedro, reminder ito sa lahat sa atin. Ano yung remind kay Peter? Because of the problem of the weakness of the flesh, is that we need to watch and pray. Be watchful, be careful, be vigilant. Bantayan natin ang ating sarili. At yung pagiging maingat na yan, couple it with prayer because of the problem of the weakness of the flesh. So usually, pag pinag-aaralan si Peter, lalo na yung eksena na ito, saan siya naaalala, di ba? Sa kanyang overconfidence, nare-rebuke siya dahil sa kanyang nasosobrahan naman na yabang o courage, or overconfidence or lack of humility, and rightly so, dahil talagang naman may tendency si Peter talaga na ganyan, At usually napopoint yung kanyang failure, at yung kanyang self-confidence. Pero mga kapatid, as I said, ang Panginoon hindi kinwestiyon ang layunin talaga ni Pedro. Ang kanyang intention, hindi kinwestiyon ng Panginoon. Lamang, ni-remind si Peter ng Panginoon tungkol sa problem natin, sa weakness of the flesh. So in this passage, mga kapatid, the Lord intended for us to learn. Meron pong purpose ang Panginoon dito, na ito'y naparecord, sabi nga sa atin ng Romans, verse yan, sa 15:4 yata yan ng book of Romans, that whatever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. So, two things always when we study the Bible, ang parating natin itatanong, what does it mean? And then, what does it mean to me? So, anong pagkakaiba nun? What does it mean? Yan yung proper interpretation. Whether grammatically, historically, dapat pag inaaral natin ng Bible, parating may tatanong, what does it mean? Ano ba talaga nangyari? Ano bang ibig sabihin nito? Anong ibig sabihin nito mga nangyari? Ano ba talaga actual ang nangyari? Matapos mong maaral ang tunay na mga pangyayari o tunay na sinasabi, kung bakit sinabi na nagsulat yan, anong circumstansya, anong nangyari, anong background. So nalaman mo na, what does it mean? Next thing that you should ask is, ano ngayon? Ano ngayon ang nalaman ko na nangyari sa Bible? And I have to study it on its historical setting. Bakit? It happened historically. So I need to study it in its historical background. Pero ang purpose ngayon dyan, ang talagang habol mo, anong meaning niyan sa akin ngayon? Otherwise, pag hindi mo nakuha ang relevance niyan sa iyong present situation, edi parang useless din. Dahil parang out of touch pa rin ang Bible, parang wala pa rin connection sa atin ngayon. Lumalabas na irrelevant pa rin at out of touch. Dahil wala naman siyang sense para sa ating present situation sa buhay natin. But the Bible is not like that. Dahil ang Bible, kahit naganap ito for several centuries ago, and yet ang kanyang meaning, ang kanyang application ay hindi po nagbabago. In every situation, every custom, kahit sa anong taon ito i-apply, ang kanyang mga kahulugan, ang kanyang aral, morals, encouragement, timeless. Hindi natin sasabihin na, outdated na. Hindi. Dahil ang Diyos hindi nagbabago at ang tao hindi rin nagbabago. Nagbabago ba ang tao? Magmula noon hanggang ngayon, isa lang ang tao, makasalanan. At ang Diyos hindi rin nagbago. Ang sinabi niya noon na tama, yun pa rin ang tama ngayon. Kahit na 6,000 taon na ang lumipas. So the Lord intended for us to learn more about ourselves actually. Kaya ito napatala dito sa bahaging ito ng Biblia para matuto tayo ngayon. At higit nating matutunan ang mga bagay-bagay tungkol sa ating sarili, hindi lamang kay Pedro. Because we are so quick to point on what? On the weakness of the flesh of others. Yan ang tendency natin mabilis tayong makapuna, mabilis tayong makakita ng mga weaknesses ng iba, weaknesses of the flesh ng iba, pero yung sarili nating weakness ay hindi natin napapansin. So you might as well learn from this, from the experience of Peter. So, ano sabi sa atin ni James? Meron mong sinasabi po si James chapter 5, verse 2. Pakibasa nga po. James chapter, pakibasa nga yung 5. Sorry. This is 3 yata ito. James 3 verse 2. Anong version niya, Brad? Ibang version yata yan. Okay. Parang yun, parang parang nanibago yung tenga ko . Sige nga, pakibasa nga diyan sa Ephraim. Yan. So in many things we offend all. So nobody is perfect. Kaya wala talaga sa ating may karapatan na mag-criticize o mag-point sa mga failures at kung ano mga mali ng iba dahil ikaw rin baka pagka nagkumparahan, pagka nagbilangan, baka mas marami ka pa. Ano? Kaya nga sabi nila, before you point a finger to somebody, tingnan mo muna, baka mas maraming, di ba? Tingnan yung kamay mo pagka tumuturo sa iba. Mas marami ang nakabalik sa iyo. Yan, no? At yung isa, nakaturo sa Diyos. You blame God, you blame others, and then 3 fingers are pointed on you. Diba? So, yan ang sinasabi ni James, in many things, we offend all. Sa maraming bagay, nakaka-offend tayo. Whether by our actions, whether intentional or not intentional, stumble tayo sa iba, nakaka-offend tayo, lalo na with our tongue. And preachers are no exemption. Marami rin po mga preachers, pastors, guilty of the same thing. And sometimes God may chasten us in such a way na masyado tayong makritiko sa weakness and failures of others. Pag tayo naman ang kinastigo ng Diyos, anong gagawin sa atin ng Diyos? Yung weakness mo, itataas ng Diyos para mapanood ng iba. Yan, masyado kang mapuna sa iba. Sige, yun naman kahinaan mo ang i-display ng Diyos. Pwede mangyari yan, di ba? Kasi mahilig ka mag-point sa kung ano mga nakikita mo sa ibang tao, weakness sa ibang tao, failure sa ibang tao. O sige, paluin ko kaya ito nang matuto. Yun namang weakness mo ang i-display ng Diyos. Kaya ka ng Diyos na isang araw, mahulog na lang din, ma-stumble na lang din. At ma-publicize yan. Pakikita ng marami. Ayan, matuto ka. Maramdaman mo naman yung nararamdaman ng iba. Yung ginagawa mo sa iba, maramdaman mo rin. Parang you're giving, ano tawag daw sa English, giving you the same dosage of your own medicine. Yung binibigay mo na gamot sa iba, yan, patakim ko rin sa iyo yung gamot na, Kaya sabi nga nililitis yung dengue siya. Lahat kayong mga nagpapasok dito at pagtuturukan natin yung mga yan. Kami nagsabi na gano'n, Yung mga nagpasok ng dengue siya na yan. Pag-i-injection na din kaya natin. Tingnan natin kung matutuwa sila. So God may chasten us by holding up before others our weakness, as He did with Peter. Kung paano yung ginawa niya kay Pedro, alam niyo po, according to tradition, after na mangyari ito, diba, nabasa natin, and Peter went outside and wept bitterly. Siya'y tumakbo sa labas dahil tumilaw ka manok, bigla niya naalala, Peter, before the cock crows tonight, you will deny me 3 times or thrice. At nagtama ang mata niya at ang mata ng Panginoon. Paglingon niya, nakatitig sa kanyang Panginoon. So, napaalalahanan siya sa kanyang kahinaan. At hindi na nawala sa isip ni Peter yan. That's why, according to tradition, halos parang nagkaroon na ng rito si Peter, yung parang marka ng daluyan ng luha. Dahil parati niyang naalala yan. At sa tuwing naalala niya, hindi niya mapigil yung luha niya na parating umiyak, tumutulo dahil naalala niya ginawa niya, na he denied the Lord 3 times. So, matindi yung effect sa kanya. So, ano po ang lesson sa atin dito, mga kapatid, is that we should what? We should refrain from criticizing others. Umiwas tayo or refrain from criticizing others. Ano ba yung mga nakikriticize natin sa iba? Their pride, yung pride ng iba, your weakness, their ignorance, laziness. Ayan, mga ilang bagay na napupunta natin sa iba. Ang hina ng ulo mo, mga ganyan. Kahina ng ulo. Actually, minsan nga, magpasalamat tayo, may mahina ang ulo. Di ba? Bakit? Pag lahat matatalino. Pag lahat na lang ng tao matatalino, wala na. Hindi lang yun, Brad. Wala nang gusto magbasura. Ba't ako magbabasura? Katali-talino ko ha. Di ba? Hindi bagay sa akin. Kung lahat na lang bright, puro lahat analytically intelligent, nasaan lahat ang tao? White collar job lahat yan. Di ba? Salamat ka nga, may mga hindi masyadong matatalino at lumabas na first honor ka. Dahil kung lahat matatalino, edi walang first honor. Di ba? Wala nang gagawa ng ibang gawain, di ba? Sino ba ang pumapayag na gumawa ng mga menial task o yung mga trabaho na halos ayaw nga nating hawakan di ba? Kukolekta ng basura. Kung makikita niyo itsura ng mga kumukolekta minsan ng basura, mabuti kung nai-issuehan sila ng bota, no? Pero minsan talaga iba, wala nang bota. Wala man lang gloves. Wala man lang mask. Ewan ko kung may insurance yung mga yan. O may ano ba yan? May nai-injectionan pa ba yan? Nabibigyan ba yan ng hazard pay? Lalo na yung mga trabaho na masyadong hazardous. Oo. Kung lahat matalino. So, we should refrain from criticizing others. We criticize their ignorance, their weakness. Ikaw, may weakness ka rin naman. Yung pride, yung katamaran. Ano? So, instead of criticizing, mga kapatid, ano po magandang gawin natin? Instead of criticism, we should pray more. We should intercede more. Sa tuwing may nakikita kang kahinaan sa iba, instead na i-criticize mo yung kahinaan na yan, ipag-pray mo na lang kaya siya. Di ba? Instead na pagtalunan o pag-usapan ng kanyang kahinaan, pag-pray na lang kaya yung kahinaan niya na yan. So yun ang magandang gawin, mga kapatid. Ano? So first, refrain from criticizing others. And secondly, we should pray or intercede more. And number 3, criticize less. Hindi mo man ma-perfect, bawasan mo ang pagiging critic. Ano? So, refrain from criticizing others. And then, pray or intercede more. And then thirdly, criticize less. What else? Discipline thoughts. Tongue. Yan. Discipline natin yan, yung ating mga masasamang isip. Masamang isip sa kapwa. Naalala ko yung nagpipintura sa bahay. Pastor, bata pa itsura. Ganyan talaga pag hindi nag-iisip masyado ng masama sa kapwa. No? Biglang lumabas sa isip niya, kaya parating namin nagiging biruan. Wag daw mapag-isip ng masama sa kapwa. So, discipline thoughts and tongue. And then, refrain from finding fault. Iwas tayo sa paghahanap ng fault ng iba. Yung iba kahit na anong gawin mong mabuti, masama pa rin Ano? Parang yung ginagawa ni Trillanes, yun ang classic example niyan Di ba? May nagawa bang mabuti ang gobyerno para sa tingin ni Trillanes? Wala Kahit anong makita niya Kahit na maganda na yung nagagawa, para sa kanya, wala pa rin. Siya kasi pinakamagaling. Ano? Siya pinakamatalino. Minsan nga napag-uusapan natin yung mga rallyista, kahit sino yata umupo Bro mo, wala yatang presidente, wala nag-rally, no? Usually, sino ba yung nagra-rally niya? Di ba mga komunista yan? Hindi lang yun. Paano mo makikita ang kaanohan nila? Komunista na ngayon dumalaw dito Nag-rally pa rin sila. Di ba? Di ba yung China, yung presidente ng China, di ba komunista yan? Pumasyal lang nga dito. May rally pa rin, saka nakakita ng ano. Kaya itong mga taong ito, wala talagang mabagandang gobyerno para sa kanila. Kahit anong gawin, kahit sino mo po, kahit anong gawin mo, hindi maaaring wala silang negative na sasabihin. Kahit sino. So, yan ang talagang mali. Hindi na talaga. Actually, ako, I welcome yung tawag doon, yung different opinion. Pag meron mga different opinion, maganda yan eh. That's healthy. Pero merong level na yung opposing opinion, may certain degree na healthy kasi it causes you to what? To balance, check more, weigh more, magtimbangin mo ng gusto. Kaya nga that serves for what? Check and balance. Yung merong dapat yung mga ganyan, bina-value yan, bina-value. Binibigyan ng pahalaga. Meron akong kakilala na pastor. Ano muna ako ngayon devil's advocate muna ako. Yan sinasabi niya sa akin, pastor devil's advocate muna ako. Medyo kokontrahin niya. Para makita mo yung iba't ibang Pero iba naman yung kahit anong sabi mo, lahat wala walang mabuti, iba na 'yon. Merong certain level ng opposition or pagbibigay ng ibang view na healthy for purposes of check and balance. Maganda yan. Mga pros and cons, nag-uusapan yan. Pero yung talagang from the start, kahit anong sabi mo, wala talagang kagaya na kay Trillanes o kagaya itong mga relista, na yun, hindi na productive yun, hindi na rin healthy. Hindi na rin maganda. So, disciplined thoughts, tongue, and then not to find fault and avoid feeling superior. Yung feeling mo na ikaw ay superior. Kagaya nung, sino yan? I thank the Pharisee, The Pharisee. Yung Pharisee yun, di ba? I thank thee, I am not as other men are. So, ano feeling niya? Feeling superior siya. Father, I thank thee, I am not as other men are, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican. So, sa pagyayabang niya, nakita niya? Siya napunta na impyerno. Yung kinikriticize niya, na-justify. Sabi ng Bible, this publican went home justified rather than this proud Pharisee. So, ano pong dapat na attitude natin, mga kapatid? Yung sinasabi ni Paul sa Romans 7, "O wretched man that I am." Kahit anong sabihin mo na naging victory mo, naging tagumpay mo, na-achieve mo, sabi nga ng Bible matapos mo magawa ang lahat, tell yourself, we are all just unprofitable servants. When everything is said and done, na-accomplish mo na lahat ang pinagawa, umupo ka and tell yourself, I am just an unprofitable servant. That's the attitude. Yung sinasabi rin ni Paul sa Romans 7 na, "Oh, wretched man that I am." Yan, 7:24. Tingnan yung record nitong nagmayabang sa Revelation 3. Buksan nyo sa Revelation chapter 3, verse 17. Sino ito? Yung Laodicean church. "Because thou sayest, I am rich, and increased with goods, and have need of nothing." So, yan ang assessment niya sa sarili niya, yung Laodicean church. Parang, wala akong problema. There's nothing wrong with me. Parang yung Pharisee na, I thank thee, Lord, I'm not as other men are. Extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican. Ito rin yung Laodicean church. Anong tingin ni Laodicean church sa sarili niya? Rich, increased with goods, and have need of nothing. Parang walang kulang. Whether materially, spiritually, she felt what? Good. Sufficient. Walang problema. Walang defect. Walang defect sa kanya. Pero as far as God is concerned, paano siya nakikita ng Diyos? Spiritually. Spiritual mirror. Anong tingin sa kanya ng Diyos? "And knowest not that thou art what? Wretched, miserable, poor, blind, and naked." So, ganyan po ang larawan ng maraming Kristiyano. Lalo na mga hindi pa nagmamature, na grabe kung makakriticize sa iba. Para bang they earned that right. Parang nasa kanila na yung right na maggagaganyan. Dahil pag ganyan ang sitwasyon mo, parang ka na, perfect ka na. Parang wala nang diferensya sa'yo. Feeling superior. Kaya nga sabi sa atin dito, avoid feeling superior and being a fault finder. Sabi mo sa sarili mo, oh, wretched man that I am. Kagaya din nung publican. He beats his chest. Sabi niya, Lord, be merciful to me, a sinner. So, yan ho ang lesson sa atin. Ano? Hindi tinatawaran, hindi minimize, hindi minamaliit ang ating intention. Totoo na maraming mananampalataya, they really intend to serve God, be faithful, and love the Lord. Kagaya ni Pedro, hindi kinriticize ang Panginoon ang kanyang layunin, pero ang hindi aware si Peter is the weakness of the flesh. So anong remedy, anong cure sa weakness of the flesh? Yung sinabi ng Panginoon, watch and pray. Bantayan mo yung sarili mo. Watch your thoughts, watch your actions, and then be prayerful. Because the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Okay, tayo po mag-close ating prayer before we listen to your personal requests.